This is Wells Math. Today I'm going to show you how to find the least common multiple, also a lot of times referred to as the LCM. This is one of those skills that is not terribly difficult, but it is easy to forget. I mentioned in a previous video that when I was a student, when I was a kid, I used to always get LCM mixed up with the GCF. But I think once you see this, you're going to say, oh, wow, it's that easy. So I think if you pay attention and follow along, you'll know how to work the problem that you're trying to do. So for the first problem, it says, what is the LCM for 2 and 5? What is the least common multiple? So here's what you're going to do. I would write down these two numbers, and then we're just going to start writing down some multiples of both of these numbers. And what that actually means is you're going to look at the number 2 and say, okay, what is 2 times 1? Well, that's easy. That's 2. What is 2 times 2? Well, that's 4. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 5 is 10. We're just listing multiples. We're thinking about your multiplication chart for the number 2. 2 times 6 is 12. What I usually tell students is list out the first like 5 or 6 multiples and then stop for now. You may have to list more, but let's go ahead and move to the number 5. So now we're going to list some like 5 or 6 multiples of the number 5. 5 times 1 is 5. 5 times 2 is 10. 5 times 3, 15. 5 times 4 is 20. And 5 times 5 is 25. Like I said, with each of these, we're just listing like the first 5 or 6 multiples. There may be some problems where you need to list more. But for this one, let's just see if we have any of these numbers in common now with the number 2 and 5. Any of these multiples that we see in common. What I am seeing, the only one that I'm seeing is the number 10. Now, if you may have a problem where you have several that they have in common. If you find a situation like that, you're going to look at the ones they have in common, and then which one is the smallest, which one is the least common multiple that the two numbers share. So the least common multiple for the number 2 and 5 is 10. Pretty basic. It's as easy as that. Now, those were pretty small numbers. So let's step it up just slightly. Let's look at the numbers 4 and 9. Let's say your teacher says, hey, give me the LCM, the least common multiple, for the numbers 4 and 9. So let's just list several for the number 4. 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 3, 12. 4 times 4 is 16. It does make it easier if you know your multiplication facts, but if you don't, get out a calculator or print a multiplication table off the internet for free. 4 times 4 was 16. 4 times 5 is 20. 4 times 6 is 24. Okay, let's stop there because that may be all we need to do. All right, let's move to the number 9. Let's list the first 5 or 6 multiples of the number 9. 9 times 1 is 9. 9 times 2, 18. 9 times 3 is 27. 9 times 4 is 36. 9 times 5, 45. You see what we're doing here? All right, so we've listed 5 or 6 for each one of these numbers. Now, when I'm looking at this, I do not see any numbers or any multiples that the number 4 and 9 have in common yet. Okay, now when we did these, we only got to the number 24 when we were listing the multiples of the number 4. So let's list some more multiples of the number 4. See, where do we start at? 4 times 6 was 24. 4 times 7 is 28. Mouse is acting weird. Stupid mouse. 4 times 8, 32. 4 times 9, 36. And 4 times 10 is obviously 40. Let's stop there and see if we have any in common now. Take a close look. Any numbers we see. Ooh, I do think I see one that they have in common. So you're done. The least common multiple for the numbers 4 and 9 is 36. So sometimes you can just list a few multiples for each number and find one they have in common. Sometimes you've got to list a few more like we did here. But like I said, use a calculator, use a multiplication chart if you need to. If we kept listing even more, there would probably be some more that they have in common on down the line. But remember, for this one, you're trying to find the least common multiple. So as soon as you find one that they both have in common, you can stop, you're done with your problem, and you'll have your answer. I hope this helped you out a little bit. Make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel at Wells Math, and I'll check you later.